Welcome back to Licensed and Unsupervised with
Naomi and Beckee.
Cigarettes were not for me, but you want to know what I was truly addicted to?
What?
Oh, Diet Coke.
Really?
Oh my God. To date. You don't.
I did not know this.
Okay. So and I just drank it all the time. Like, my mom was a huge Diet Coke drinker.
Okay.
Like a huge, and then she shifted like in her 40s, and was like, and then she got judgy about us,
Sure.
drinking.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because that's what we do as humans.
We learn more.
But I would stop. That caffeine at the time was my thing, but it was Diet Coke caffeine.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, caffeine free. Like when I was pregnant, oh, I probably shouldn't drink this so much. I probably shouldn't, that's all I was drinking. And then to make matters worse, when I worked at JCPenney, the salon in the mall, there was a store called Campus Town, and you could get a 55-ounce pop for 52 cents, free refills all day.
That is not good.
No, that was
anyone.
a this. Tap me up, baby.
Uh-huh.
I was addicted bad. So I've come off of it multiple times in my life. And then fun fact, when I started working here, freaking Burger King is across the street. And you want to know what Burger King has? They have Diet Coke. They have Coke Zero. And it's out of a fountain, which is the best also. Fountain.
So you have more pop now because you work here. You're blaming me for your pop addiction.
I did.
I'm kidding.
But then this year, I have not had any yet in 2026. And I say yet because I'm not.
Because you've been on a journey.
I've been on a journey, and I'm not going to say that I won't, but I know, like the other day when I was here and I had a split second, I was like, oh, I literally was looking like a fiend.
Oh boy.
Like a crackhead at a pipe. I was looking across the street at Burger King oh, not for a burger, not for a fry, but for a dang on Diet Coke or Coke Zero. I would do either.
That's funny.
There's just something about it. McDonald's, I don't know. Yeah. I become I'll have one, and I try to tell myself don't have, and then I just, it's truly an addiction. So we'll see where it takes me for this year.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Cigarettes did not do it for me, but Diet Coke, baby.
Cigarettes were not it. Mountain Dew was mine.
Oh.
I was so addicted to Mountain Dew that I brought a 12-pack with me in my suitcase to Guatemala.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you even get that? How do you wait? Pause. Hold on. Did you buy it at the airport? Where were you buying this at? Here she comes with her 12-pack of Mountain Dew.
So this is now pre 9/11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You could do anything.
You could bring anything anywhere.
I didn't fly pre 9/11. I don't know much about that life.
So I feel
I just know it wasn't crazy.
I feel like that was the trip that I was around 15, 16-ish. It's all a blur. But I literally had Mountain Dew every day. And I was like, I cannot go on this youth mission trip without 12 Mountain Dews. Straight up, they all called me Mountain Dew as a nickname, because they were like, I can't believe you brought a 12-pack of Mountain Dew. And I'm like, yeah, I have an issue.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I had an aunt. Well, I do have an aunt. She was like that. Mountain Dew and a cigarette every morning.
Same.
And then I also, there's something about that combo for you cigarette lovers. I don't know what it is, but
I liked cigarettes, and I would smoke them again today.
Yeah.
I loved smoking.
I have I had a health teacher. He was our health teacher.
Okay.
Health.
Sounds healthy.
Yeah. And he would talk to us all day long. And he also was like a wrestling coach, really great wrestling coach, by the way. But he would talk to us all day about what to eat and what to drink, as he had his, 20-ounce Mountain Dew every day. I was like, that makes no sense. But then I got older and got addicted to Diet Coke, and I understood. And you look at the little kid that you're like, screw off. Don't even look at me.
Yeah.
Just coping with life over here with my Diet Coke.
Yeah. That's funny.
I know.
Trusted them more.
Kids today, like mine and yours, they tell us everything.
Yeah.
Stuff we don't even want to know sometimes.
Yeah.
Back then, I would have rather been shot in the eyeball than tell my mom half the stuff.
100%.
Yeah. And I'm glad. That is a shift I'm thankful for.
Same.
But back then, no, we were
absolutely not.
We know everything, but we also know nothing, and we're going to ask our friends who also know nothing.
And we were talking about this yesterday because, we weren't tracked. No one knew where the hell we were, what we were doing, what we said was true.
Nope.
Or wasn't, but like the truth wasn't happening.
I mean, not unless you had a parent that was keen. And like, if you tried the old, oh, you say you're going to spend the night here, and I say I'm going to spend the night there.
I had that mom. I had my mom.
You had
would
a good
call
mom.
Me. She would call and make sure I was at places. She just was smart because I was not.
Yeah.
Like
no,
I was really
school.
being held down, I think. Like I really was trying to like break free for a hot minute.
I'm convinced the only way I got away with as much, which I didn't get, I tried a lot of things. I didn't get very far, but I was the oldest of 4. And they're right, you're trying to imagine like your oldest is doing some dumb shit and like you're talking to them, you're navigating things, but like you've got these other little kids, so, but my parents used to laugh. They're like, you weren't ever, I wasn't the brightest at my ideas. Like the time I tried to sneak my now husband, then boyfriend, and I was like a freshman, I was like, I have an idea. He worked at Taco Bell, upon reflection. He was not of legal age to be working past a certain age, or a certain time.
Right.
Oh, he would get off at 2 or 3 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah, as like a whole 16-year-old.
Oh.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Again, unsupervised, no phones. Yeah. No parent could look at Life 360 and see that you were actually at Taco Bell.
No.
So we had an idea. I was going to sneak him in.
Mm-hmm.
So in like semi-broad daylight, I go get the ladder and I put it outside my window because it's on the side of the house that like nobody's on.
Right.
Well, I had an old lady named Ethel that lived next door.
Damn it, Ethel.
Freaking Ethel. Saw it. My parents were like, what's this ladder for? And all I was going to do was climb out the window and like go to his car and sit in our driveway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we were going to have sex.
100%.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, and also I had a friend that was freaking out about her kid having sex at one point. And I was like, listen, I will tell you right now. If they want to, they will absolutely find a way. And she'd be like, yeah, but I don't know. I was like, I'm going to stop you right there, friend, because I didn't have easy access.
I didn't either.
Found a way.
Same.
No problem.
Yeah. Whole ass got kicked out of my my youth group leadership.
You got kicked out of a youth group? Leadership? For what?
Having sex.
Like on the premises or something?
No.
Just because you had sex?
Correct.
How did they know you had sex?
My mom told them.
Your mom ratted you out?
Yeah. Mom told them or my mom forced me to tell them.
Oh, it was like a confession situation.
One of those things.
You have to come clean.
Or both. I don't remember.
Okay. And then either way, like, you are not suited now to be a leader because you have made a mistake.
Correct. You have actually... Well, because we had like a purity agreement to be in this group, to be in the leadership group.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then I was like, yeah, so I am Scarlet Letter. Awesome. Thanks.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually where me and my friend Amber, I think, got closer. She's like 5 years younger than me and she got pregnant in high school. And I was like, that's fine. We can still be friends.
Right.
And she's like, oh, okay.
Like,
that's
I'm not
great.
moved by that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You do you, boo-boo. I don't care. Like,
yeah.
And so I think that experience is probably what pushed me more to move out at 18. Because I was like, if I can make this mistake that like seems normal to everyone else around me, but just not in this space. Like, I just felt like I didn't belong. I truly, truly believed I didn't belong there. I was in the wrong place. I was an alien from outer space.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt that way most of the time. And so it wasn't until I did my own like discovery of life where I determined who I could be.
Yeah.
And who I could become. And, I feel like I feel like it's important to expose our kids to more than we want to because then they're more prepared. And I just felt so unprepared.
100%. I remember when we moved here, shortly after we moved here, we were looking for a church and because we had been pretty involved in our other one in Illinois. Like we helped with a startup church and it was not a weirdo church. That church wasn't. I mean, upon reflection, maybe some things were, but once you get out of the cult, you understand. But it should also be noted that a lot of other people were understanding things differently. Anyway.
Right.
it was about community is what it was. It was
Mm-hmm.
really just about like community and finding people because we moved here and knew no one.
Right.
Right. So we like get involved and like they announced that they're going to have this like kids camp that kids can go to in the summer.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is going to be great. Like our girls are of age. I think this would be super fun for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember filling out like the paperwork and it had like a spot that you could, put like, I mean, you're sending your children with adults that you are entrusting and they've had background checks and all these things.
Right.
But so you have to give a lot of information, medication, all the stuff. But
sure.
I remember turning in the information and like the money to one of the leadership ladies who ended up being super amazing. What happened over here? Your microphone. We're having so many fun things. I love that we just figured out though. Anyway, it ended up being very like she ended up being a super mentor in a lot of ways, a super real person, like lovely human, Miss Lucy. Well, anyway, I remember turning in the stuff to her and she's like looking at the paperwork and she was like, wow, you're letting your girls go to this? She's like, so are you going to volunteer and like be a counselor? And I was like, no. Like, and at the time my son was still little, again, live here with no one to watch him. My husband's working.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, like they're going to go, they're going to, and she looked at me as if I had like 5 heads. And I was like, I mean, I like looked at her, I was like, everyone's like background check. And she was like, oh yeah, like, it's not that. She was just like, I'm just so used to parents not wanting their kids to go be out of their sight. Like they're afraid of what might happen. And I looked at her and I was like, well, I just believe that like they need to experience other adults in a safe way.
Yeah.
And like know that there are other thoughts and there are other people, not just what inside the home and like not like major adversity, but I did used to pray for my kids. Like I want them to have like experience some adversity while they're in our home, which sucks as the parent when it happens. But I'm like, because if they just get out, like I had friends that were similar to you and theirs wasn't even about church, but they just kept their thumb on my friend. Like she could do nothing. And oh yeah, she like ran away to Mexico, got pregnant, came back like, right. I mean, the minute that she could do anything because she never got to like test her own boundaries and listen to her own like intuition and all of those things. And so for me, that was a big thing. But I just remember being in that space and that person looking at me as a weirdo. And then she was just like pleasantly surprised and happy.
Right.
And I was like, oh, where am I at? Who are all of you?
What's happening?
And why are you
nervous?
Right? Why are you not letting your children go on this lovely camp experience? And they did, but they all wanted to go be counselors. So they could cabin with their kid as if their kid can't spend I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think so how you're raised is a part of it. So,
yeah. And my kids, like, I mean, my son especially, because of the fact that he had leukemia and it's so long. I think that's the thing with the leukemia is like how long it is. Like it's nearly 3 years of isolation.
Yeah.
And so he had no option but to talk to adults.
Yeah.
That's who was in the room. So, I mean, he was in here yesterday actually, and I had a client in my chair who knew him. She is the parent of another kid that he went to school with, and so she was like, "Hi, I'm whatever," and he's like, "I know," and he just like casually talked to her like she was someone else, and like we have teenagers in here all the time. They don't do that.
No,
they absolutely do not do that.
No,
but he's never afraid. And then also he got to do something really cool, and I think that his cancer experience probably has made this more exciting for him. He is going to be a firefighter.
Did he decide? I was just going to. Okay, yeah. So tell me how you learned all the things. He got to go spend the night at a firehouse.
He did, and he loves it, and he loves everything about it. And he was like, "I'm just sad we didn't get to see an actual house fire, and they're going to let me come again over the summer." And I'm
like a funny thing to say sad about, but I suppose if you're trying to learn to fight the fire, you need to see the fire.
Okay, but also he said at one point 2 fire trucks were racing to get there because the fire was only big enough to take 1 truck. And so like the other one would have to go back to the house. So they were like racing to get there. And I was like, these people genuinely love their job so much that they're racing to fire.
Okay.
Like, yes,
they're
do
the
that
extreme
job.
ones.
That sounds fun. That sounds awesome. I don't know if I'm going to sleep ever again, but This sounds like a lot of good time for you. Sleep is not necessary. But what I do have to say is, like, he texted me potentially every single time they left the station.
Yeah.
To just keep me in the loop, so I knew through the night
where he's going.
Through the night, he texted me.
So what were they leaving for at night?
So he was on the truck. Anytime they left anywhere, he went with them.
Oh, so there wasn't a fire, but like when did they have to like pick old people up that fell and different things like that? Car wrecks,
paramedics in the firehouse are the ones that do that. And then they shift. So sometimes you're stuck on the paramedic, sometimes you're stuck on the truck, sometimes you're driving. And like that's just how the Detroit house works.
Okay.
And every house, I guess, is different.
Sure.
Limited. I'm just trying to learn from him and do no other research at all.
Yeah, because that's better for you in this instance, I think.
So much better for me to just hear from him. Yeah. So but like they did it, they left for a domestic violence one. Oh. And so the text to his mom was, just went on a call, it's just domestic violence, we have to stay in the truck. Cool.
You're like, great.
I love that for you. Does the truck have doors? Like, what's happening? Where are you? What's happening? Like, are there guns?
Right.
So now I'm not sleeping.
Right.
He's covered in slime because for some reason in my head, covering him in slime makes it easier.
Wait, what?
Slime. Yeah, like he's a small child or something. Like he has slime. Like slime. He's been slimed by a slimer.
Oh.
It's easier for me to imagine than him actually being dead.
Catch. No.
I don't know.
Okay.
So
he's been slimed.
He's been slimed, and I'm like, what's happening?
What's happening?
Literally, my brain's going all over the place. It was maybe 4 minutes later that they brought it back. Like,
oh my gosh! So it wasn't even like a major.
It wasn't.
Okay.
He didn't do anything major. He was really bummed about that.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
I was not bummed about that, but I was really excited about how excited he was.
Yeah.
About it.
Well, and I think that's it. Like, if you have in my opinion, if you have a child that wants to do something like extreme or something that could cause like severe harm, if they're all in, they'll be super safe about it because they're all in. If they're timid about it, that's where I'd be like, we need to rethink this a little. Like, it's not the same, but I felt like that with football for my son.
Okay.
Like, people used to ask, like, because he played from the time he was like 5.
Right.
And like once we got to helmets, in like a younger, the league he did, it was I think he was in 2nd or 3rd grade. Like it was decently younger, but people were like, they were shocked that I would let him play football. And I was like, if he didn't love it, it might be a different conversation. But the fact that he adores this sport and like wants to know how to do things properly and is like making sure he's tackling properly. And now this is the same boy that chose his senior year to tell me the most about all the times his head was ringing. After the season, he shared all this. And I was like,
covered in slime would feel better, right?
Like he literally did this. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And I'm like, do we need to get you in? Do we need to scan? And he was like, Mom, I get this almost after every game and I love it. And I was like, oh, this is a problem.
I can't anymore. Dang it.
It's like your brain is rattling around in there. I don't know. Anyway.
I know. It's like the mom heart, though. It like tumbles when that happens.
Well, yeah, because we've watched kids go down over the years and like not come back up, like not dead, but that happens. But then also like have to be gone in an ambulance and there's like a severe bone injury or a severe concussion or a severe, like we've watched all that. So you're a little like.
Yeah. You're playing a sport with an ambulance on the field.
Literally.
Like,
yes.
That's why. Yeah. I said no.
You're like, absolutely not.
You had leukemia. My mom heart can't handle more. Right. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not sorry.
No,
I have no sorries about it.
He's going to do baseball, right? He'll be, it's fine.
He stayed in baseball and he took photos and he learned about photography and I think he was fine. He might resent me still a little, but it's fine.
He'll be all right. He'll understand later.
But yeah, so they, so he goes, okay, so the dorm wasn't exactly as he expected.
Okay, how is it?
It's like one big room with just beds in it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah. He
thought it was like individual,
like a
rooms.
Hotel or something. I don't know.
That's great.
I'm really not sure, but he said yeah. So and like this is the kid that like, okay, so he's 8 months old and colicky and like won't sleep unless he's at his own home. So I can't go out anywhere or do anything. And then has driven home at 3 a.m. from sleepovers, have picked him up in the middle of the night from sleepovers.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So half of my expectation was we're going to have to pull ass pick him up from like the fire station in the middle of the night. I mean, he did drive himself there, but you know, I was like, okay, let's see what happens. But
I think there's something to be said about boys or young men as they are being around other, like not family males, that they're like, okay, I gotta play it cool a little. Like I can't wuss out. I can't, you know, like in a like that's a safe, controlled environment. I'm not talking like hazing and extreme things.
No. Just the internal.
Like, yes, like there's something that they're like they
have to beef up somehow.
I gotta. Okay, there are men here, and I need to
Well, and I mean the boys that they're still boys. The boys that he's hanging out with and want to be firefighters are the same boys that have like watched him walk through leukemia. So like, there's probably an elevated version of him that they see.
Probably,
and,
I'm sure.
You know, and so there's probably a curiosity there and everything. But he's like, I picked the bed in the corner. I'm like, okay. But he was like, we ate good. He's like, just like hanging out with your friends every day. And I'm like, okay. And I just can't wait to go into the fires. So okay.
I suppose for them, does he play video games?
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
I mean, like my son plays a ton of video games, like and plays like the war ones.
He's more into the sports
I'm a little like, I mean, he does both with the sports, but he loves him some like, we're the team with the guns and we're going to get the bad people or the zombies. And I'm oh my gosh. And that is like, it goes against this was an area that I lost that battle in our home, which was fine. It wasn't like a major battle overall. It's just, my husband sees it very different than I do. And like, you know, if it was my version, there would be no guns in the world, but I don't get to decide that.
Same.
And so, anyway.
Yeah. We had a Nerf wall in my basement.
Oh, okay, Nerf is great.
I think that the sound will sound better.
The sound will sound soundy.
Oh my gosh, you know what Emily said the other day that I loved?
What?
She said, I think you were there. The networking, she has to be more adulty.
Yes, adulty. I was like, yeah.
They're adulty or adults.
They are.
And I was like, okay.
Does she think we're adulty or adults?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't know.
We should ask her. This is a question for the team dinner. Okay, do you think that we are, because we are the two older people in the building, they think we're the adulties. I know
that's a lot of pressure.
Sure, we are. They put us in charge. You in charge. I'm not really in charge. I'm just kidding.
Right now. So I know, but I put you in charge because I can't always be in charge because it's too much.
Listen, I know. Okay, when do you think that happened? Because okay,
when I met you.
No, not that. When you met me is when you started to feel adulty?
Oh.
That's what I meant.
What I wanted you to be in charge.
Oh.
I was like, she could be my boss. It's fine.
Oh God. So
our perspectives of meeting one another are probably very different.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, well,
continue.
I don't know. I kind of want to know that, but all right. When you felt most adulty, like, okay, I remember when I was like in my early 30s and I first got mammed at the coffee drive-through by some, kid. I fully recognize he's not like just a kid, but he was like a high schooler.
Yeah.
So kid in my mind, but like my kids weren't that old yet. So I'm like, who is this young man looking at me as a ma'am? It felt weird. And so I was like, when did that happen? Well, then I also remember, flash forward, like my cousin who's older than me, not by much, but she like was reaching out to me, asking me like a parent question. And I was like, when did I become the one with freaking answers? I don't know what I'm doing.
No one gave me a manual.
No. But then I remember I was having these little things and I'm like, why are people wanting answers from me? And then remember, was that last year? Not this past fall, the fall before. I made a whole TikTok on it. I was like, they're looking at me for answers and I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
They're looking. The thing is, I think we know more than we realize. It's just we are in a different space and like we've been where they're at. So they're like, okay, you've been where I was. where I'm at now, you were there. So, okay, let me look here and like, what are you,
Yeah.
but then for us being at this age, and then you enter perimenopause situations, and then you really are like, I know nothing about anything that I thought I knew.
Yeah.
And then then they're still looking at you like, what do we do? And you're like, oh my God, they're looking at me.
Right.
When did that happen? When did that shift? I don't know. Do you have
Oh,
similar scenarios
I
that you're like,
think,
oh my God, they're looking at me?
yeah. Okay. So I think it started around when when I opened the salon
Mm,
and I had my first assistant.
mhm,
Um,
mhm.
and my first assistant wasn't even 18.
Yeah.
So like she whole ass couldn't go buy cigarettes. Like, and I was like, shit, I'm in charge of her. Like she's almost like a child human. And I'm in charge.
Mhm.
I have to teach her.
Like, oh boy, yeah.
So that was probably my first experience with that, but I don't think it really set in that like I was in charge or even really the boss until my partner left, and I was like, "Oh no, no, it's just me." Shit.
Yep.
And I think that was when I started becoming who I am today.
Sure. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because I think before that, I was hiding a bit behind my experiences in life and just
Mm,
navigating, and I wasn't taking charge of even my own self and
your own
my
self.
own
Mm,
life. And so she left and I found my power.
yeah.
I ended up having coffee with her um the couple months after Tyler was diagnosed.
Mhm.
So several years after she had left the business and everything. And I don't remember what most of the conversation was about. Like, I had been so hurt and I was in such a place with my son with cancer that I don't even know. I don't
Mhm.
remember most of the conversation. But one thing I remember her saying was like, the first thing was, why would you get a bigger salon?
Mm,
And I was just like, why do you even care?
yeah.
Like, one of the things she said to me before she left was, I don't want the salon, but I don't want you to have it either.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's like mean girl energy.
Mhm.
That's not like girl energy.
Right. So I had been pushed down
God,
for
what would you
5 years, and people would look at me to be the boss, but I wouldn't be because she had the power, I didn't.
do? Mm,
Like, she would be like, "Oh my god, you're such an idiot." And I'd be like, "I know. Yeah, I know."
how?
Mhm. And I
Huh.
and I and I didn't see it until I was out of it
Okay. I mean,
at all.
we rarely do. Yeah.
Sure. And actually, Jessica helped me work through that a lot
Mhm.
because she was there the whole time, and so she saw
Mm,
a lot of the different shifts and the like, well, that wasn't you. You didn't do that. That
yeah.
was this and whatever. But like I had two people, like two people come in and say, I can't work here. I can't work for her anymore.
Mm,
She's mean.
yeah.
And she would say things that you should not say to other people. And like
Oh, some people don't.
as like
Yeah.
a boss,
Right.
and like I think that she's a great hairdresser, probably still today.
Mhm.
We don't have any connection, but like I imagine she's still a great hairdresser and she was great at teaching
Mm,
someone else how to do it. Um, but I think also, there times in our lives bring different seasons of who we are,
mm. Don't
right?
they
And like
ever? Yeah.
I was very much like broken still from like the two birth traumas and
Mhm.
grandfather passing away. I had some issues with some other family members and stuff. And so I think life had just been really heavy. And so it was easier to just defer to her.
Yeah.
Like she'll handle all of this
Right.
and it'll be easier. But like she would have clients all day and be booked, and I would have no clients all day and be doing like payroll.
Mhm.
And she would be like, well, why don't you have any clients? You're not making any money for the business. As if like the last 3 hours of me doing all the other work for the business didn't matter.
Didn't matter. Yeah. And
And
you're
so
like,
I think it was hard for me to make that part matter to me
mhm.
later, to like step back from the salon and start doing that stuff because that stuff didn't matter
Mm.
before.
Hmm.
I
That
don't know
makes
how we got
sense.
on that subject,
No,
but
but I like it. That makes sense. Well, because we were talking about when you felt like they were looking
oh,
at you,
more
like
adulty.
the adultiness
Yeah.
of adultiness. And I think, you know what, it's weird because I'm the oldest of 4, and growing up, I was like the responsible one,
Mm-hmm.
not meaning that I acted responsible all the time, but I was like, you're in charge. And like, I
Yeah.
was given the lecture on more than one account about being, a role model for the younger siblings. Like, I have to
Oh,
walk a certain walk
right.
for them.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I was, which I didn't mind babysitting them really overall. I didn't because I like loved kids. I mean, but they're your siblings. So it's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
But then, like, if one of them did something wrong because I was in charge, I would get like in trouble for it. Like, I would get reprimanded.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, enter control. I was like, fine, if I'm going to be held accountable for everything, then I'll just do everything.
I see.
Equals too much control. Equals bossy pants.
Bossy pants.
I'm like, someone has to like make a decision. Someone's got to wrangle the crowd. Someone has to. Yeah. And that's what. And then my mom lovingly had like, I don't even know if I should say this, but I think they all four know. I'm pretty sure they have all known.
I can remove it. You could just tell me.
No, I think it's fine. They do know. No, but my mom was like, they're all like, for the four of us, she's like, Becky's the boss because that's like the leadership, whatever.
Right.
My brother that's right under me was the protector.
Okay.
Because he was like big into protecting my mom. My sister was the manipulator, as my mom would lovingly call her.
Okay.
Because she learned how to play the parents against each other really early on. And then my youngest brother was the peacemaker. The boys got the nicer titles. The girls got the not so nice ones.
I wonder what they would have called Pie Bossy.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you older than your brother? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, until next time, this has been Licensed and Unsupervised with
Naomi and Beckee.